Before this video starts, I just want to quickly say, if you guys are looking to buy, like, Twitch emotes or any of that sort of stuff, my friend, Alshina, who I've known for a long time now, is actually making Twitch emotes, and you guys can check him out if you want to. I'll leave his thing here on the screen. You guys can check it out. If you want to get Twitch emotes or any of that, I just want to give him a little bit of a shout-out. Now, let's get back to the actual video, ladies and gentlemen. How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Rowlet, and welcome back to a brand new video, guys. Now today, I thought we'd do something slightly different. Now, it's been a while since I've done a video about ROM hacks or fan games, any of that sort of stuff. It's been a really long time, okay? I haven't done that sort of stuff in a while, but I thought it would be fun if we try to do a little bit of that today. Now, there's a game that's being worked on, a fan game that's being worked on, which I really want to talk about because I've done these videos in the past. I used to do these videos all the time when there was like really cool fan games that I want to mention and just give credit to and just talk about a little bit. But today's game is actually fantastic. Now, the game is called Pokemon Sea and Sky, and I just want to take a look at some of the stuff here that they have because it looks genuinely amazing. So we're on their Twitter account first of all here. Of course, you can see their logo, which, I mean, it may seem weird of me to just mention the logo here, but just the logo to begin with is fantastic. Like, genuinely, they have put a lot of time and effort into this stuff, and I am just hands down really freaking, like, intrigued in seeing what's going to be happening here. So for those who do not know, and I didn't know this until my friend Marin, actually, old friend from the YouTube community here, or rather from the fan game community, but that I've met through YouTube, doing YouTube, Marin, who does a lot of coding and that sort of stuff. He's actually working on this, and he told me this, and I didn't know this because I hadn't read up on it yet. I'd only seen a little bit of like screenshots and stuff, but he told me that this is the previous Ethereal Gates team, right? This is Ethereal Gates, but it's been rebranded and reworked and remade into something different. And what really makes me intrigued is that their logic behind this one, and for anybody wondering right now, there is no like game to be played yet. The game is not available for gameplay yet, but it's just a, you know, just work in progress, so to say. And they won't release the game until it's fully finished, so they won't be doing demos or any of that sort of stuff. They're gonna make the full game first, which I mean, it sounds awesome. Like, that's the best way to go about it. Fully releasing it first is probably the best thing to do. So here we go, guys. So of course they say Happy New Year. We know it's been a while, so we wanted to give you all something truly substantial this time. New Year, New Year, New Us, introducing Pokemon Sea and Sky, and here's the thread. So since releasing the Ethereal Gates demo, so much about our game has changed that we decided to rebrand it entirely. It may have a new feel, but we're still carrying over a lot from Ethereal Gates. Now, first major change, we've got new starter Pokemon. That's what I think is awesome. So, somebody tried to trick me a while back by sending me, like, these images of these starters and saying, like, these are the new starters for Gen 8. I'm like, please stop. No, it's just the fan game starters. But, somebody tried to trick me with that, which was really annoying, but it is what it is. Also, their logo up here, like, just, you know, this, like, sign here, which you also use on their Twitter account, looks fantastic. Like, genuinely, they have put a lot of, like, really, like, awesome time into their artworks. So that's awesome. So, Calflora, and I want to give my opinion on all these and just kind of talk about them a little bit and just get my general thoughts across here. So let's get right into these guys, shall we? So first things first is Calflora here. Now, Calflora is just fantastic. It's a little freaking cow. It's a cow for whatever you want to call them. And it's a grass type. It's a pure grass type. It's got ability Overgrown, and it looks fantastic. The design is cute. I love that its like legs are really, really like big overall versus like the general body, like the rest of the body. And I can only imagine how this thing's gonna look like when it fully evolves. Also, of course, the tail has got like that like three-leaf clover type thing going on there, so that's pretty cute. Of course, I freaking love that. And Calflora rotates its diet every few years to keep a soil underneath the pelt on its back full of nutrients, which is pretty awesome. Now, next up, of course, my favorite. I gotta say my favorite is the Pokemon Rablet here, which is a fire-type rabbit. Now, this thing is just... This is what we all want in Gen 8. Like, this is what we all want to see in Gen 8, but I'm not sure if that's gonna be happening. So, you know, I can always cry in my sleep wishing for this to happen. But Rablet is awesome. It's a fire-type rabbit with the ability Blaze. Rablet rarely is able to stay in one spot for more than a few seconds. When it's especially excited, it airs give off sparks. So that's interesting. It says sparks here, so I would wonder if there's going to be a fire electric type eventually. But either way, so next up is going to be Crawdauler, which is just adorable. And give a heart hello to Crawdauler, the shellfish Pokemon. Crawdauler's bubble eyes magnify its vision for almost 10 times, which is kind of insane because it reminds me of the actual. This is just going to be doing a bit of a sideline here, but it reminds me of the rumor we had, or rather the riddle from the Japanese Riddler, and how like it was basically you know, hinting at a Pokemon with like a. Actually, no, it wasn't the Japanese. Sorry, that wasn't the Japanese Riddler. That was actually the Pokemon Plus and Minus rumor, right? Which said that there was going to be a Pokemon with like a water jar in its head type of deal. Which kind of like when I see this, I'm like, like, okay, so its eyes are literally bubbles, which is pretty cute, actually, you know what I mean? It's pretty adorable. So, awesome freaking water starter Pokemon right there. Now, we continue down here and say, you know, what else is there? And they say, oh, don't worry, Fernling, Kitorch, and Bubble will also still be in the game, just not right at the very beginning. So, these are the Pokemon that were the starter Pokemon of the previous versions of Ethereal Gates, you know, when the game wasn't called Pokemon Sea and Sky, but when it was called Ethereal Gates. Now, we'll continue down here, and let's introduce even another Pokemon, which is from the Koharo region, and this is Keto. Now, Keto is the... oh boy, this is a weird Pokemon. So it's got Quick Feet as an ability, and it's a normal flying type. It looks adorable, not much else I can really say. It's a cute little bird. Next up is going to be Bushbab. Bushbab is a bushy Pokemon. Bushbab gets frightened easily, and when they do, they hide behind their very busy bushy tails, not busy tails. Pretty cute. It looks like one of those weird lemurs, like one of those monkey lemurs, whatever, but I'm not sure like what exactly this is meant to be based on, some sort of mouse, I don't know. Let's continue to the next one. Okay, this one's actually pretty cool. So Vivac here is the Vival Pokemon in confrontation. Vivac inhales a lot of air and puffs out to appear intimidating. Vivac's new ability, Cleanup, removes entry hazards when it enters battles. It's got Cleanup, of course, and it's a bug type, so that's pretty cute. Now, next up is probably my favorite part about this, and that is the trainer character here. So, but, you know, I'm gonna be honest, this looks fantastic. So the character name is Finn. The artwork looks fantastic. He's the hero of Koharo, and he's got the... pretty interesting setup here. So he kind of reminds me of one of those rangers, a little bit of a cowboy as well. So of course the adventure hat's got a little bit of a a feather sticking out. Design overall like looks kind of like the Pokemon Center design, so to say. Belts around him. He's got one for I guess the like a multifunctional tool bag and like a small part of it, and then one of it slightly bigger over here, which I guess he keeps Pokeballs and other stuff in, potions, etc. The shirt is light blue, white, looks nice. He's got a shirt and like essentially a vest on him as well, which is like a red one, a red and freaking white, of course, you know, just classic Pokemon colors, and just general pants. Overall, looks amazing. And now, next up, actually, while we're at it, he has some screenshots from the actual game. So if you guys want to check these out in high resolution, I would 100% recommend to actually check these out on your own. I will, of course, be linking this stuff down below so you guys can check it out. We have a little bit of a forest right here. We can see how it looks like, you know, kind of in the darkness here. I do love the new style they're going for. Like, this kind of, like, carrying characters, like, you know, kind of a unique sprite style that doesn't really remind me of, you know, the original games, like, you know, just the original Pokemon games, is really unique. And, of course, following Pokemon are there, so that's awesome. And, of course, just, I mean, yeah, this I remember from, like, Ethereal Gates, the general, like, you know, like the little farm you start around that, which was pretty interesting. Of course, we have a little bit of a battle scene sneak peek here, as we can see. Of course, this is all subject to change, ladies and gentlemen, so do keep in mind, this could at any given time change and turn into something different, so do keep that in mind as you are looking at this video. Next up, of course, we have something pretty interesting. Alright, folks, that's it for now, but they will be coming up with more updates. But we have also here Shrewmancer right there, Pokemon, and also Dustomi. And up here we had, I think, Momburo and Otozumi. I was going to say Otozumi, but it's Otozumi. Jeez. Of course, cute Pokemon. This one, I mean, I remember when I saw this, it's like, I feel like I've seen this, like, Fakemon somewhere before. I didn't realize this game was like Ethereal Gates at the time. But they've also set up a Instagram account, which you guys can follow and check out. I will, of course, link to it. And yeah, it is fantastic. So we have more stuff. Of course, you may have seen some as we were like scrolling up here. People actually drawing fan arts of this, which is fantastic. Like, this is actually awesome. And man, I really wish, like, you know, I really hope the Gen 8's going to bring some awesome designs like the ones we see here. So, Cadaverth is one of the other Pokemon that they've actually made. Another one of the Fakemons that they've created for their game. It looks like a bit of a, I guess, a zombie kind of, I guess is what I would call it. But it's a ground ghost type, which is pretty awesome. Of course, it's got Regenerator as its ability. And overall, looks genuinely just like a zombie. Like, when I look at this, I feel like I'm looking at a zombie. It's got freakish arm over here that's like bonish. The part up here looks like a general ghost. Down here, it's like brown. It looks kind of like a dinosaur leg almost in a weird way, or like I don't know, it's kind of hard to like describe it, but it looks like a leg of like a general normal Pokemon that's just kind of like being infected by the gray here. It looks a little bit weird. And of course, this one over here is like just a numb, like it's just a stub or whatever. Looks really strange, but overall, a zombie Pokemon looks really cool, great design, and also kind of the general like description here is that it's the clay Pokemon, so it makes sense. You know, it's kind of like made out of clay up the top here, and it just latches itself together. It mostly eats clay, which helps regenerate the parts of its body it loses while wandering. So it loses body parts. Wow, that makes sense. At least that explains the whole feeling I had of like a zombie, because zombies lose their flesh and shit. So it's a little bit creepy, but whatever. Also, we have the protagonist from the female side, which is Heather. Heather is also the hero of Koharu, and she's got a little bit of a different design. Her like actual hat is a great ball design, which looks literally like, I mean, the way she holds it, like, you know, the backwards hat, like that looks awesome. The back is a drawstring bag, a little bit of hipster going on here. She's got her dad's aviator jacket, which is awesome. So that gives you a little bit of an idea of like at least a little bit of a background. And her shirt is I'm not sure what that exactly is. I mean, I can't remember what that logo reminds me of, but it's something specific. You guys can remind me. And she's got stylish ripped jeans styled like clouds. Fair enough, and overall, looks cool. Generally looks cool. Now, one of the, I think the final Fakemon we have here to check out is P-Kiwik. Now, P-Kiwik is a grass flying type, and it's, I mean, I don't know what this is exactly based on. I was kind of thinking of those, like, weird birds in Australia that had a war against the Australians, but I can't remember. It's got chlorophyll as its ability, and overall just looks interesting. I mean, it looks like a really chill bird that's, like, you know, just, like, smoking mountains of stuff. I mean, you know, just smoking a lot. But they had that to show, and I think that's just about it, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, that is about it. So that was all I had to show in regards to those things, guys. So that is it for the video, I guess. I just wanted to show you guys this fan game because it looks amazing. There's really not much else to show right now, but I want to show it like just this, what we have right here, because it is fantastic. I'm really excited for this game when it does come out. Of course, it's still in development. Please do remember, the game is still in early development, so it's not going to be released anytime soon. So please remember that as you're watching this video. It's going to be a while before they fully release it. But either way, guys, it's going to be the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll catch you all the next time. Have yourselves a great day. And bye-bye, ladies and gentlemen.